Welcome everybody to Live Case Break. This is Larry. We are doing our second of two Bowman Draft First Edition Divisional Breaks. Two boxers. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll our die. We're going to get a number. We're going to run random.org that many times on the names and the divisions. Whatever division you wind up on, that's the division you will have throughout the two boxes. All right, good luck everybody. It's a 9. All right, let's see where everybody's going to wind up. We will start with the divisions this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. AL Central on top, NL West on the bottom. Now the names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. John L on top, Andy on the bottom. So we've got John L with the AL Central, Eric with the NL Central, Tommy with the NL East, Brett with the AL East, Mike with the AL West, and Andy with the NL West. All right, let's cut and paste this into our spreadsheet, and away we will go. All right, let's get to ripping. They use like super powerful plastic on these boxes, like the strongest I've ever seen on a Topps product. We did these in 6-pack stacks on the last break, so we will stick with that format. It seemed to work pretty well. Like we got a gold right out of the gate there. That's a good idea, John. I never thought of that, but I don't know how that would balance out. Like Europe would be pretty Europe and South America would be pretty crazy dominant. All right, Murphy, Cho, Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb. Our first color is Ricardo Cabrera for the Reds. Pretty solid name. That is going to Eric. I just don't know how balanced it would be. That's the only problem. Like Europe and South America would be so powerful. De Los Santos, Hughes, Williams, Alvarez, Lawler, Paciola, Hernandez, Cox, Cannon, Prieto, Valerio, Fabian, Burkhalter, Snelling, Vera, Harrington, McLean, Neto. This is Ignacio Alvarez for the Braves. That is the 5th round pick of the Braves from this past draft. Cox, Watson, Ray, Triantos, Balcazar, Rushing, Mejia, Young, Hernandez, Furman. We've got a Ryan Ritter for the Rockies. NL West going to Andy. That is the 4th round pick of the Rockies this year. Ryan Ritter, shortstop. Joyce, McKenzie, Polanco, Messick, Vasquez, Rincones, Hubbard, Bolte, Hernandez, Reggie Crawford. Reggie Crawford, 1st round pick of the Giants this year. Going to Andy. Mayer, Beavers, Begoya, Brannigan, Barco, Davis, Kempner, Guzman. Here's our gold. Eric Brown Jr. 8 out of 50 for the Brewers. Going to Eric. That is their 1st round pick. So probably a solid card. Eric Brown Jr. out of 50. Pintar, Amador, Tanner, Dominguez, and Romero. right, second 6. Looks like we got a yellow and a bunch of blues in here. Richie, Munoz, Elliott, Barnett. This is Chase Medroth for the Red Sox. Going to Brett. That is the Red Sox 4th round pick this year. Horton, Rojas, Keegan, Cueva, Campbell, Tovar, Lampy, Veen, Lee, Chiorio. This is for the Braves, Blake Burkhalter. Going to Tommy G. 2nd round pick of the Braves this year. Blake Burkhalter at a 75. Gonzalez, Baez, Barrera, Vaquero, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Acosta, Holiday. This is Dylan Lesko. I believe it's the Padres' 1st round pick, 15th overall pick. Going to Andy. Dela Cruz, Clase, Mendez, Manzardo, Melton, Ford, Coffey, Juan. This is Emmanuel Rodriguez for the Twins. Going to John L. At a 150. Salas, House, Zobak, Meza, Mayo, Arteaga, Baker, Noel, Hendrick. This is Dustin Harris for the Rangers. Going to Mike S. Young, Zavala, Ritter, Mule, Dunhurst, Milbrandt, Miller, Bennett, Rafaela, Knorr, Harris, Medroth, Volpe, Brown, and Diaz. Alright, let's get these sleeved. So like I said, it's just a lot of color, which is nice. That Blake Burkhalter was 75 out of 75. Good old eBay 101. All right, our third 6. Savino, Melendez, Rodriguez, Hall, McFarlane. This is Sonny DiChiara for the Angels. AL West, Mike S. This is a 5th round pick of the Angels. Sonny DiChiara. Arias, Biddison, DeJesus, Pallett, Mercedes, Walker, Morabel, Montgomery. This is Gabriel Hughes for the Rockies. Going to Andy, 1st round pick, 10th overall. Out of 150 for Andy. Cermak, Luciano, Williams, Cowser, DeWater, Hernandez, Cross, Valera, Wallace, Anthony Volpe for the Yankees. That goes to Brett. I think he's now on the Pirates. DeAndre, Johnson, Bernabel, King, Hassel, Lesko, Colas, DiChiara, Paulino, Gilbert, Meade, Martinez, Leonard, Alcantara, Herpy, Allen, Muncy, Wynn, Crawford, Cabrera. There's Oscar Colas for the White Sox. Going to John L. Motts, Phillips, Ford, Williams, Major, Prelip, Campos, Vasquez, Ramos, Jordan, Rocker, Acuna, Crooks, and Melton. So I don't even think they put, it looks like they didn't even have Drew Jones base cards in this, which is kind of crazy in a draft product to not have any even cards at all. I get if they wanted to leave him off the auto checklist, but it looks like they did not put him in this in any way. which to me is total insanity. Has anybody else noticed that? Like, we have not pulled one Drew Jones card. Holiday's kid is in, and I think he was the other top pick. So him we have seen. But only one of them. Alright, the end of our first box. Gutierrez, Freeland, Martin, Marcy. This is Carson Williams for the Rays. Last year's first round pick. Hanson, Job, McLean, Kasevich, Chiorio, Simpson, Verdugo, Green, York, Sims, Sprinkle, Huggins, Mizurowski, Palmquist, Wood, Kennedy, Montgomery, Serta, Schultz, Duncan, Mason Wynn. Nice prospect for the Cardinals. Going to Eric. Stewart, Pineda, Moore, Cappy, McFarland, Schobel, Vreeling, Sweeney. This is Anthony Hall for the Yankees. Going to Brett. That is the 4th round pick of the Yankees out of 75. De Jesus, Pallett, Thorpe, Fernandez, Confidant, Savino, Melendez, Rodriguez, Hall, Gabriel Hughes again. Going to Andy. Williams, Cowser, DeLauder, Arias, Biddison, Wallace, Mercedes, Walker, Morabel, Montgomery. Another nice Cardinals prospect, Jordan Walker. Also going to Eric. King, Hassel, Cermak, and Luciano. So box 1 in the books. Get these sleeved up and we'll move on to box number 2. Were like shifted all over the place in that box. Alright, our first 6 stack right here. Is everybody excited for the World Cup final? I mean, couldn't really have asked for a better matchup. I'm sure the whole world is rooting for Messi for the most part, unless you live in France. Ooh, oh, that's another orange. I'm like, ooh, did we get a red? No, but we do have an orange. Orange on board. Hernandez, Furman, Vera, Harrington, McLean, Fabian, Burkhalter, Snelling, De Los Santos, Hughes, Bolte, Hernandez, Rushing, Mejia, Young. This is Drew Baker for the Rays. Their 4th round pick this year. And that goes to Brett. Triantos, Balcazar, Prieto, Valerio, Guzman, Vasquez, Rincones, Hubbard. There is our orange. It is Eddie Leonard, 16 out of 25 for the Dodgers. Andy C. Polanco, Messick, Cox, Watson, Ray, Marcy, Barco, Davis, Kempner, Jackson Job for the Tigers. Going to John L. Beavers, Borgoya, Brannigan, Joyce, McKenzie, York, Sims, Gutierrez, Freeland, Martin. Blue of Jimmy Crooks III for the Cardinals. Going to Eric. That is the 4th round pick of the Cardinals this past season, past draft. Tanner, Dominguez, Romero, Mayer, Valera, Wallace, Mercedes, Walker, Andrew Pintar. Going to Andy, the D-backs. That is their 5th round pick in this past draft. De Jesus, Pallet, Thorpe, Fernandez, and Confidant. Get these sleeved up real quick and we will move into our next stack of 6. I mean, it's funny when you break draft, it's like you never know what anything is going to be anyways. Next year, the top guys could be at the bottom, and the bottom guys could be the next superstars. Next 6th stack. DiChiara, Paulino, Gilbert, Hernandez, Cross, Williams, Cowser, DeWater, Arias, Biddison, Wynn, Crawford, Cabrera, Lesko, Colas. This is Jacob Melton for the Houston Astros. Mike S. That is their 2nd round pick this past year. King, Hassel, Cermak, Luciano, Vasquez, Ramos, Allen, Muncy. It's a nice one for the Cubs. James Triantos. Going to Eric. That's out of 150. Alcantara, Herpy, DeAndre, Johnson, Bernabel, Barnett, Major, Prelip, Campos. This is Jason Chiorio for the Indians. Going to John L. Ford, Williams, Meade, Martinez, Leonard, Lee, Chiorio, Ritchie, Munoz, Elliott, Acuna, Crooks, Melton, Motts, Phillips, Cox, Cannon, Murphy, Cho, Thomas Harrington for the Pirates. Out of 150 going to Eric. That is their 1st round pick of last draft. A pitcher. Brown, Diaz, Young, the Zavala, and Ritter. Let's get those sleeved up. 2 more stacks of 6 to go. Martin, Marcy, Barco, Davis, Kempner. This is for the Red Sox. Cutter Coffee. Shortstop, 2nd round pick this past draft. Joyce, McKenzie, Polanco, Messick, York, Sims, Gutierrez, Freeland. This is a yellow of Caden Wallace for the Royals. Going to John L. Their 2nd round pick in the past draft out of 75. Romero, Mayor, Beavers, Burgoya, Brannigan, Duncan, Simpson, Verduga, Green. This is Adele Amador for the Rockies. Going to Andy. Chiorio, Pintar, Amador, Tanner, Dominguez, Sweeney, Kennedy, Montgomery, Serta, Schultz. This is Edinson Paulino for the Red Sox out of 150. Going to Brett. Hanson, Job, McLean, Kasevich, Rodriguez, Hall, McFarland, Schobel, Breeling. This is Walter Ford for the Mariners. Going to Mike S. 2nd round pick in the past draft. Huggins, Mizorowski, Palmquist, Wood, Morabel, Montgomery, Savino, Melendez, and we have gold Max Muncy for the A's, Mike S. 31 out of 50. Stuart Pineda, Moore, Cappy, and Sprinkle. So this box has had a good amount of color. Orange, gold, yellow. Love to get a red in that last stack. Well, I don't know what color the 101s are in this. Last sixer. Maybe that's hiding all the treasures. Did not want to open. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Neto, Lawler, Pacciola, Hernandez. This is Sean McLean for the Dodgers and Andy. 5th round pick. Williams, Alvarez, Harris, Meadroff, Volpe, Acosta, Holiday. So he was the 2nd pick, right? Oh, he was the 1st pick. Jackson Holiday. Tovar, Lampy, Veen, Austin, Hendrick for the Reds. Going to Eric. Cueva, Campbell, Jordan, Rocker, Coffee, Juan, Parada, Acuna, Boyd, Barrera, Vaquero, Horton, Rojas, Keegan, Noel, Hendrick, Melton, Ford. This is Josh Kasovic for the Jays. 2nd round pick. AL East going to Brett. Clase, Mendez, Manzardo, Gonzalez, Baez, Bennett, Rafaela, Noor, Arteaga, Baker. This is a yellow of Chase Medroths, 22 out of 75 for Brett, AL East. 4th round pick of the Red Sox. Zobak, Meza, Mayo, De La Cruz, Beck, Reckley, Lipscomb, Milbrandt, Miller, John Kensey, Noel. Got in the orange of him in the last break. For the Indians, going to John L. Mule, Dunhurst, Salas, and House. And that is the break, ladies and gentlemen.